Welcome to Cooking with Cindy. My name is Cindy Lorimer, and I am doing the Thanksgiving edition. I'm actually starting to wrap up my Thanksgiving special, and we are moving on to doing entrees. So today I'm going to show you how to make baked ham. So I actually discovered this recipe a few years ago on food.com, and it's called Awesome Ham. There are literally only 3 ingredients here, which are ham, mustard, yellow mustard, and brown sugar. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm actually not a fan of ham. So when people invite me to dinner and they say, hey, Cindy, do you have any food aversions or food allergies? Or when I go to a restaurant and there's a set menu and they say, do you have any food allergies or food aversions? Ham is always on my list. Always, right? I'm not a fan of ham. However, this recipe has actually converted me. I actually like ham because of this specific recipe. It's delicious. Now, when I first started making ham, I would go to the supermarket and I would go to several supermarkets looking for raw ham. I didn't know any better. So I'm like, well, this store doesn't have raw ham. And I go to the next supermarket, I come to find out that they only offer cooked ham that's cured. All of America. You can't find raw ham in any of the stores anywhere. So that's a little tidbit. If you've never cooked ham before, know that you are always getting cured ham. You just need to season it, glaze it, bake it. The reason why it takes so long to even bake it is because it's such a thick piece of meat that it's going to take a while for it to heat up all inside. So let's start making this awesome ham. You are going to need, and another thing, I'm not a fan of yellow mustard. So I'm not a fan of yellow mustard. I'm not a fan of ham, but yet somehow this recipe comes together and I love the flavor of it. My son, Oliver, loves it so much. Every time we have like a Christmas gathering or Easter or Thanksgiving, he's like, are you serving the ham? Are you serving the ham? Okay, so let's start. You will need a whole pound of brown sugar. It's a lot. This is 2 pounds, so we're only going to use half of this. And then we're going to use just simple yellow mustard. And we'll need half a cup of yellow mustard. You're just going to mix it together until it forms a paste. Okay, see how it's a beautiful paste now? For this recipe, you need aluminum foil because you need to completely cover and wrap the ham. And you don't open it up again until you finish cooking it. I'm going to line my roasting pan with tin foil. Okay, like that. Then I have a 15-pound bone-in ham. So it just depends on like how much you and your guests will eat. I think the safe thing, especially when this is bone-in, I think the safe thing to do is say 1 pound per person, only because it's bone-in, right? We are big protein eaters in our family, so my husband can easily consume a chunk of this. Okay, I'm going to actually start putting on my gloves now because I'm going to get my hands dirty, and I don't want to get all my rings dirty with the paste. Looks like I'm going to go into surgery here. Okay. Let's remove the plastic around this. Oops. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is with the paste, I'm gonna use the entire paste on the ham. And then I want to apply the paste and rub it in everywhere. See why it's important to wear gloves? And massage it in. And you want to see how they're sliced here like this. I like to just, yeah, I'm gonna turn it around. I like to just apply it in between the slices. Just get as much flavor as possible in there. I mean, for such a simple recipe, it is just packed full of flavor. I always find that sometimes recipes with the most basic ingredients are the ones that are the most flavorful, because really the star of the show is the meat or the vegetable, whatever it is, right? So you don't need to overcomplicate it with all these ingredients. Okay, well, I'm out of my paste in my bowl. So then what I'm gonna do is, and I still have a few slices left. So I'm just gonna grab some at the bottom here and on the sides and just lather it in. Now I'm gonna completely cover this so there's no opening. So then just wanna make sure it's tightly covered. Just for good measure, I'm just gonna do one more. There you go. How I bake this is it's similar to what I do with my turkey, which is I bake it at 350 degrees and it's 20 minutes per pound. That's the length of time that I'm going to do it. So if it's 15 pounds, then you take 15 pounds, so 15 times 20 divided by 60, and that's how long it's going to be. And then say it comes out to 5.65, right? So that means 5 hours, 0.65, 5.65 hours. So then what you do is the 0.65, you're going to go 0.65 times 60 minutes, and then it'll tell you how many minutes. So it's 5 hours plus however many minutes that equates to. We're going to put this in the oven, and then we'll check back in. So my ham, actually I had around 10 and a half pound ham. So it's been baking for 3.5 hours. I have not opened it yet, so this is gonna be the big reveal. So let's see. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. Look at that. And so with this ham, you can just leave it on on a cutting board, and just people can help themselves to it, or you can just cut it. So what I like to do is, the bone is here, right? So it's already sliced. So I just like to lay it out like this. And then I'll cut it this way, only because it's just gonna be too long. There you go. So I have my strainer. Then I'm just going to pour this through. I'm going to turn the heat down to medium. So depending on how much juice you have, you can reduce it by doing 15 minutes or 30 minutes. So this looks like it's a cup and a half. So let's just do it for 15 minutes and see how it goes, and then we'll check back in. It now has this like beautiful, look at this syrupy consistency. Let's move this baby over here to this cutting board. Okay. And then we're just going to lay this like this. And then now you can either put this beautiful sauce on the side to dip it with, or you can drizzle it. So I'm going to save some here. So I'll pour half. And then I'm going to drizzle half. I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to give it a nice glaze like this. And for those who don't want it, the sauce, they can cut from there. Otherwise, your slices of ham is just going to look too dry. There you go. I want to garnish a little bit, so let me just grab some stuff. Just got some stuff here. Throw some cranberries down. It always ties things in. Voila. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to do a little taste test. That is so divine. And again, I'm not a ham lover, but that is something else.